Hi everyone, in today's video I will be setting up a bullet journal for 2025. It's an art journal of bullet journal that I got from the 24 paper shop here in the Netherlands. It has an elastic band to keep it in place, a pen loop and a pocket at the back. And it also has these two beautiful ribbons. Without further ado, let's get started. It's the very first time I'm setting up a bullet journal. I've been watching bullet journal content for quite some time now on YouTube, for a few years actually. And this year I thought, oh, let's try and do it ourselves. As I said, I live in Netherlands. This journal I got through the 24 paper shop, because here in the Netherlands it's very hard to get your hands on quality bullet journals. Like, for example, notebook therapy is not available here. It's quite a surprise that Art Journal was available to me through the 24 paper shop. I was really surprised finding that out. But I'm also very happy that I got this one because it looks amazing. It looks kind of witchy and I love it. I made a mistake here. I should have kept the numbers white instead of coloring them in, but in the moment I thought, oh, this is gonna be nice, I like these colors, let's put them in. And in hindsight, now that I'm editing this, I realized I shouldn't have kept them white. It looked a lot better when it was white. But then again, in the heat of the moment I thought that coloring it was the best option, so I did. I haven't even spoken about the theme yet I have for this setup. The theme for the setup is actually travel and mail. So lots of suitcases, but also mailboxes. I use a lot of stickers for this setup, and also some die cut pieces that are actually for card making. But I decided I can put some glue on it and stick them in. Why not? I also use some washi tape, and I have a few stamps that I like to use. Actually, especially the Paris postage stamp. That was one of the main reasons I decided to do a mail theme, but I also wanted a travel theme because this is the first time I'm setting up a bullet journal, and for me it's a journey, so I'm going on a trip basically. for the next spread, I'm gonna set up the yearly calendar. Before you start thinking that's not how you spell calendar, that's how you spell calendar in Dutch. So I'm using the Dutch word for this, that's gonna be also something that I will do for the months. So no, the months and the title are not weirdly spelled. It is weirdly spelled for English, I give you that, but it's not for Dutch. I hope now, because I'm dyslexic and sometimes I do not know how to spell something. I can spell interesting 10 ways and I wouldn't know which one is correct. So here I'm setting up the little calendars. I didn't write the months on top of it yet. I'm just scribbling down all the days of the month, and I have to look them up every single time because I don't know how the months work apparently. I also decided to use a ruler to make the boxes more straight. I went a bit over with some lines, so I used a white gel pen to cover it up, but apparently it wasn't dry already, so it smudged a bit. To be honest, at the end, now that I'm looking through my bullet journal, I don't see it anymore. But so here I do a little bit of touch up with the white gel pen, and now that the ink is actually dry, I can actually you don't see it anymore. I decided to use some washi tape for this one. At some point I realized that I don't really like this washi tape for this setup, so I will change it out at some point. Here I'm placing down some stickers and some die cut pieces like this envelope. This little Polaroid sticker I had. Of course also the Polaroid camera, which I figured out was upside down. I also had some papers lying around, so I decided to put it in a corner. I had to peel off a part, otherwise I would miss my own birthday in December. here I decided to put some distressing ink on top of it, so it looks even more old, especially the white parts that are ripped off. I think it gave a very nice effect though. It looks really old, like an old map that I've torn to pieces and put in a fucking bullet journal. That doesn't sound so great, does it now? But I like the way it looks. So that's a good thing, and it's actually not an old thing, it's just printed out on printer paper, so don't worry, no artifacts have been lost doing this. But the making of this bullet journal, I should say. And this is when I decided that an entire strip of the same washi tape, I didn't like that, so I went for these globes. I also have this washi tape with little, it looks like post stamps on them, so I cut one off and put on there. Funny enough, that is the only time I used that. I should have used more of that. The little palm tree that I didn't really know where to put, because somewhere I was thinking, oh, between October, November, July and August looks decent enough, and then I remembered that October and November are not really the months that you see that, at least not in the northern hemisphere. Here you use one of the other stamps of the set with the Paris post stamp. This is a Bangkok post stamp. Here I use one of the markers with on one of my post stamps. I was wondering if that would work, and it actually did. So I'm gonna use that more often, like you see right now. Immediately afterwards I needed to try another. Turns out that the stamps don't really adhere to washi tape. Here I'm coloring in the header for the calendar, and I actually like how this turned out. Blue is one of my favorite colors. I have multiple colors, by the way. I mostly like color combinations. I don't have one favorite color, but if I actually have to choose between all my color combinations, just one, I think blue is my favorite color. I also decided to use the same blue color and color in all the weekdays of the month. Now on to the next spread, which is gonna be a tracker and a vision board. I want to track certain things all over the year to see if I'm consistent with it, if it happens way too often or not. You know why we put trackers in our bullet journals. I don't have to explain that. I was kind of struggling remembering which months actually had 31 days and which didn't. So here you see me flipping back to see how many days actually every month has. So I can put in the right line for each month. I put in all the first letters of the month at the top, so I know to which month I should look at. Here now putting in the header with a sparkly gel pen. I know that most people don't use gel pens in their bullet journal, and I get why, because it takes so long for them to dry. I do like how the sparkles turn out. Now it actually doesn't give off anymore, so it dried completely. I had to leave it for half an hour. Here I have another piece that I printed out that I'm gonna use for this. As you see here, I'm trying out where I will put this paper. It's really trial and error, just looking if it looks good, if you like the way it looks. Here I'm taking another piece of one of my washi tape, and exactly one little piece I wanted, so it was a lot of fiddling with it. I had a blast decorating this tracker, and to be honest, at some point I realized I actually need to keep some space to show what I'm gonna track in the future. Put the camera right in the middle, and that's when I realized I need space to track stuff. Now for the fishing board, I actually only traced the heading I already had. I didn't color it in, and I put some washi tape down, but I haven't placed any photos or pictures for the fishing board yet. Use this a plain window because I really want to use it, but I didn't know where to place it, and then I thought, why not here? Onto the last spread. This is where I will be recording all the books I read and all the series that I liked for 2025. This is the moment where I realized for the header that I need to color it in with my dual pens a little bit differently so the paper won't fray. I wish I knew that in the beginning, but trial and error. These dual pens also have fine liners on the other hand, and I will be using the same colors I used for the beginning of this setup. So for the books I thought, let's make little postcards, but then the back of it. So on the place where you normally write your little message to someone, there will be a book cover, and on the place where you normally write the address, there will be the title and the author. For the series I thought, let's make little Polaroid pictures. So the picture will be, I guess, the cover of the series, and underneath there I can write the title of the series. But it's not that I'm gonna use or put in all the series that I watch in 2025. It's probably only the series that I really like in 2025. And that's already it for this setup onto the flip through. I hope you liked watching me set up my very first bullet journal. Of course, there's 12 more months to go, so I hope I'll see you then. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and of course, if you haven't done it already, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.